Good afternoon, folks. It's going to be a very short presentation, so if anybody disturbs us, anybody starts talking out of turn, I will ask you to bring your knuckles, your fingers up here like this, put them in that pattern so I can give them a tap with the ruler. Huh? That there, just a little tap. So let's listen to the nice gentleman talk about what to expect for last night's solar eclipse.
Cuando algo ves algo que es tan único, sí que te acompaña el resto de tu vida. Yo estuve allí.
This exceptional phenomenon is a total solar eclipse of the kind that will occur on August the 12th. A solar eclipse occurs when the sun, the moon, and the earth become perfectly aligned. The moon moves between the sun and the earth and casts its shadow.
Teacher, is that an accurate picture of what we're going to experience tomorrow? Like how close the moon is and the size of that moon compared to the sun? Or is it out slightly, do you think? Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're going to have a quick look at what it actually looks like. I'll be right back. So now then, what we have here is a 30 centimetre diameter planet Earth. You might be familiar with these by now. Over yonder, 9 metres away, because there are 30 Earth diameters. 384,000 divided by 12,742 gives us 30 point something between us and the moon. The moon! Sorry, mate. 9 metres. Now, if I remember rightly, to scale, right, I could quickly, let me just crunch the numbers. I'm sure it's 3.5 k's away. It's something like a 10, 11 story building. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Yeah, we can confirm that. So, if this here Earth, 12,742 kilometres in diameter, is going to be 384,000 kilometres away from a 3,746 diameter moon. We are 30 Earth diameters away from that moon. The sun would be that way, and it would be approximately 3.5 kilometers away. It would have a diameter of 33 point something meters. I call that about a 10, 11, 12 story building, but round. Okay, now the sun, it is 3.5 kilometers away. That's 2 and a bit miles. It is the size of a 10, 11, 12 story building, but round. And it is way down there. And that moon is going to cast its shadow onto there. I think it's important that we know the scale we're talking about, okay? Now, let's get back to the main event.
Along a band just a few hundred kilometres wide. You have to be in this area to see a total eclipse, where the moon completely covers the sun. As this happens, day becomes night, the temperature drops, and animals become disoriented. While the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, it's also 400 times closer, a remarkable coincidence that...
A remarkable coincidence, one would say.
...makes their diameters appear identical to us.
Identical to us.
This eclipse will happen in the northern hemisphere, beginning in Russia at 1700 GMT. The shadow will pass over Greenland and Iceland, where it will...
Teacher, excuse me, Russia. It starts in Russia. And the shadow, the sun's shadow, runs over this bit of ocean here, or sea, and over Greenland, and then Iceland. Excuse me, is that not the fucking North Pole? Is that the fucking Arctic? I think you'll find it is. I really do.
Will reach its maximum duration of 2 minutes and 18 seconds. It will then sweep across a swathe of the Atlantic Ocean, pass over...
You mean the North Atlantic Ocean, yeah?
Spain, and finish its path in the Mediterranean at 1830 GMT.
Ole, Mallorca.
Even if you don't live along the line of totality, where the sun is completely covered, you could still get to see an impressive sight. More than 90% of the sun will be covered.
Now listen, teacher, that's looking awfully like the top of the world right there. Could that be? Is that the Arctic? Is that where the polar bears are? Is that where the moon's shadow can be seen as it blocks the sun? Where would the sun be in this moment of madness? Where? Down at the equator, waiting for the other moon. Is the other sun down there as well? Is this a different sun and a different moon, this too? Because it doesn't look like, it's got a different vibe about it. It's not really equatorial, if you know what I mean, sir.
Covered across much of Western Europe, leaving only a thin crescent visible. The eclipse will take place towards the end of the day when the sun is starting to set.
Oh, that's why it's all up at the North Pole, because it's at the end of the day.
So getting to a high vantage point could help, but what's really needed is an unobstructed view of the western horizon.
And next to no common sense whatsoever. And any rational thought processes that you usually have, leave them at the door with your common sense. And then this will be perfectly normal.
Even then, of course, cloud cover could spoil the show. Spain is the country where more people will see the total eclipse than any other.
Ale.
The eclipse will cross the country from La Coruña to Mallorca. Much of its
Mallorca.
path will cover the region of Castile and Leon, which is part of what's known as empty Spain, in reference to its demographic decline.
Excuse me? Demographic decline? What demographic decline? Don't tell me they're knocking Spain off as well. Demographic...
On August the 12th, though, it's going to be full. The city of Burgos is preparing for thousands of foreign tourists.
Now that looks like a Spanish building, doesn't it? That they whipped that up in a weekend or two.
Coming in particular from the US, South America, China, and Japan. Hotels started taking bookings a year and a half ago.
A día de hoy yo creo que las habitaciones...
Ay, la Lucía, qué guapa.
Sí que estamos completos, nada.
Mira qué guapa.
Pero viendo por allí, se rondan entre los 1.000, 1.200 euros.
Part of the excitement here is down to the fact that it's been more than a century since the total solar eclipse was visible from Spain.
And the rest of the Arctic Circle, maybe? Is it a one, maybe something's knocked it off, of course. Maybe it's that lack of gravity and the moon has done one and the sun has followed it and now they're up in the Arctic.
Hemos visto, bueno, ni nosotros, ni nuestros padres, ni nuestros abuelos han visto un eclipse de sol.
Nadie.
Porque el último fue en 1905. Y el siguiente va a ser en el año 2180.
If you are lucky enough to see the eclipse, don't forget to stay safe with glasses that block 100% of UV rays. Since our retinas have no pain receptors, looking at the sun can burn a hole in them without you even realizing it.
That's not remarkable. Being a sun gazer, I find that fascinating.
And the damage is irreversible.
Is it really? Huh.
Regular sunglasses won't cut it. You'll need proper eclipse viewing glasses made to the relevant ISO standard. And even then, you shouldn't look at the sun for more than 3 consecutive minutes.
But over 3 minutes every single day for I don't know how long, on and off. Surely. Anyway, I was one of the lucky ones.
Apart from that, enjoy the show.
Right, folks. Right, folks. Now, I'm sure that quite a few people might be a little bit surprised at my, not outburst, but my concern with this solar eclipse that has happened in the North Pole, where the Eskimos are and the polar bears and stuff. The reason that I am putting my hand up and saying, excuse me, teacher, you're full of it, is because I understand. I know geography. And when I hear Russia, Greenland and Iceland, I know where they are. And I also know that for a shadow coming from the moon to be hitting those places, it's not really equatorial at all, is it? It's not. Now, I had a little look and I am fairly convinced that the eclipse 1700 started in Ostrava, in northern Russia. Look, it's the Arctic Ocean, look. Russia, look. Started there, and moon shadow ran down there, skipped across Greenland, and then crossed over Iceland, had totality last night at the same time as, where is it? Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. No, it's here. Next one. See, this is the price we pay for these things. There we go, sorry. I was there. Now, that's Greenland, Iceland, and that's that line that goes down, boom, across the neck of Spain over Mallorca, ole. Now, if we look on the globe, what we have is at 1700 GMT, there, at the very top of the planet, further north, than Norway. And as we've spun in an anti-clockwise direction like this, somehow the moon has shadowed the sun, which was obviously somewhere up there, yeah? And it's gone all the way down there. And this happened in an hour and a half. Isn't that remarkable? Now, I unfortunately have the perfect tool to look at this with, my flat earth over there. But see those white bits? I didn't use undercoat. It was one of those spurs of the moment, and I wanted it done. But I've let it slide. It needs repairing. I have this one here, but I have those timelines in it. And to tell you the truth, I've had a quick go with the flashlight and the moon and the mirrors, right? And it's going to be better on the flat one out there. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to get my stones ready for the tumbler. I'm going to patch up my flat earth, my working model that I can throw about and stuff, and have another look at one of the biggest absurdities moi has ever seen when it comes to the moon and the sun and solar eclipses. For those of you that do think this is normal, it's because you've spent so much time being taught about photons, gravitational waves, LIGO, black holes. They fucking forgot to teach you about Earth, where you live. That's what they've done. They've taught you everything that you need to know about going to space, but they've forgotten to mention the basics about Earth. Normal, gravity, 7 seconds, planets lining up, April 24, what was it? That nasty devil-looking comet that was in the sky that they were trying to get everybody to look at so that they don't notice what's going on down here with the sun as it's directly behind the moon, which means it can't be 200 or 150 million clicks away because there's an 8-minute and 20-second delay. And in that time, Earth spins on its axis by 2.08 degrees. It's impossible. Which is it? Science wants its cake. Their cake, neighbour's cake, neighbours on that side's cake. They want to eat all of it. Science wants all of it, and you guys are just handing it to them. Right, please be under 15. 14. I need sleep, rest, massage, a pedicure, just everything. I need to relax for a day. People, you need to wake up. Solar eclipse, the Arctic. I'm the problem? I don't think so. I will be back, peeps.